Okay, it's Peter. I'm back again to show you the second part of this two-part video. First part was just showing how to set up your account in AVX or EVA for doing your chat messaging through Google Talk and also with Jabber. Again, if you wanted to set up a Jabber account, it's register.jabber.org. It's free, and then you have two different accounts. So for the purpose of doing these this demo, I have the two different accounts, and you probably want to set up one as well so you can actually have some fun and mess with it, because what I'm going to show in this video is showing how from this device here I can remote control this device, and I could do it both ways basically, but I'm going to show it this way for right now. And there's the two different ways to remote control this device, and when I say remote control, you're basically being able to send commands to AVX over here from this phone or from this device and get the results back here. So you could have this phone or wherever else that you want it to be and control it from here. So you could do anything. You could make phone calls, you could put stuff in your calendar, you could get what's on your agenda, get a list of all your contacts, you could send text messages, you could send emails, you could do anything that it can do, you can do from over here. So let's just show initially back here in Jabber, in Xabber is the name of the program here that I've got. I'll just go back to the home screen. That's the icon there, Xabber, X-A-B-B-E-R. You can get it from Google Play. It's free. And like I said, to set up an account on this device for Jabber, you just set that up, register.jabber.org. And so you go in and go into settings and go to your XMPP accounts. And I've got a couple different ones here set up that you would set up a new account here, and when it walks it through, you just put your username and your password in there. And I think by default, when you first set it up, it automatically puts all the defaults in there, so you don't need to know all this. You just basically say, I want to set up a new account. You'll choose Jabber, and let's see, add an account. You'll choose XMPP is the account that you want. Yep, just use XMPP and put your name in there. It'll be whatever your username at jabber.org, and put your password in and hit add account. That's all you have to do. And so that account is set up, and once it's set up, then you'll choose it. Let's see, I think we'll do it that way. Yeah. Choose that account. Oh no, it's the settings. Hold on. Go back out to the main screen, and you'll only be seeing one here. You'll see your Jabber one that you've set up, and the next thing that you want to do is you want to say, you use the menu here and you say you want to add a contact. Alright? And what you'll do is you'll choose the account that you want to add it to, and so you'll choose your Jabber account here, and then you put the username that you want to add as a friend, and so you'll put your Google Talk one in there. So in my case, I have the Aussie guy 99 at gmail.com, and put in an alias, so I'll put Peter Muller in there, so I see that person's name on there, and you hit the add contact. Okay, so once you've done that, then you'll see you've got your account here, and you'll see your Jabber one here, and you'll see no groups under there unless you choose a group, and then you'll see your friends that you've set up. So you'll see Peter, and that's basically my Google Talk one. So I have my Google Talk account set up over here, and I got my Jabber one set up over here. Okay, so next thing, back over here.
Yes, Peter.
Display my chat contacts containing Peter.
I have listed the chat contacts you currently have containing Peter.
Okay, so that first one there with the no picture on it, because I haven't figured out how to put a picture on my Jabber account yet, that is my Jabber account, and it says chat, meaning it's available for chat, and I've swiped right on it to make it go super. And I was showing you in the previous video, you just swipe and you see it changes to priority, included, nothing, and super again. Okay, so in order for you to be able to remotely control this phone from here, your account that you are using from here has to be set up here as a super. So not anybody can just come in and start remote controlling. You have to choose that they're super. Okay, and there's also a command in there where you can say make Peter super or make Peter priority, or make Peter included, or make Peter not priority, or whatever. And that gives you the ability to have worded commands to change the status rather than having to come here. So you could put those commands on a profile if you want, so they get executed after you switch profiles, if you only want to have a person remote controlling your phone at certain times. So you have those abilities. Okay, so we've seen before in the previous video that I can just send a message across there and it'll pop up here and say new message from Peter, blah blah blah, and it'll read it out and ask me if I want to reply. However, if I want to remote control this, what I need to do is I need to send the wake phrase, which is that same wake phrase that you use when you have wake mode turned on. I need to send it from here to over here. Okay, so mine is just set to the default right now, which is, in the case of AVX, it's hey Android. In the case of EVA, it's EVA. Or Evan, it's just Evan, and that's basically the wake phrase. So if I just send hey Android, and it doesn't matter what case you use, it's insensitive for case. And I just send this, you watch what happens here. See, nothing happened over here, but I got a reply back from this phone, and it says, hi Peter, you are now connected remotely, say goodbye to disconnect. Okay, so I'm actually, every time I send a command now here, or send a message here, it's going to be processed over here, and you'll actually start to see them happen. So let me try something really simple. To start with, I'll just ask, what time is it? Okay, send that. And you see it came up over here, and it's showing what's happening over here now, but it's also coming back here. So it says 2:57 p.m. and that's where it came from. Okay, so basically I'm sending the commands, this phone is handling it and sending me back the results. Okay, so maybe I want to say something like display my chat contacts. Okay, so it listed them out over here, and it's listed out here. And obviously, because the fact this is only sending text back and forth, you're not going to get the images coming through, and this is not clickable, this list, it's just basically a list, okay? So there's certain things that you can't do, but for the most part, you can do useful functions. Like, so say for example, I wanted to, let's say, schedule lunch or something like that. I could say schedule lunch at 12:30 p.m. and that would put that in the calendar on this phone, and then I could say what's on my agenda for tomorrow, and it would come back here and I'd be able to see it. So say for example your secretary, you give her access to your phone, she can now schedule things directly in your calendar on your phone. She can see what's going on your schedule and do it all just remotely accessing your phone. And if the screen is off on this phone, it won't come on. But if you go back in, or if you're away from AVX, you won't see anything happening. But if you go back into it, it'll all be there. So you can see if someone's been accessing your phone while you've been away. And of course, you're only going to give access to the people that you want to have access to anyway. All right, so the last thing you do, you just say goodbye. And it just says see you later. And so that now it's disconnected. So now if you send a normal message, and maybe you wanted to, your secretary says, oh, you need to worry about your appointment, hey, don't forget your appointment. Well, that's what EVA's really for, so it'd be kind of stupid saying that, right? Because EVA's going to remind you, or AVX is. Oh. Trying to do two things at once. Don't forget your appointment.
New message received from Peter Muller. Would you like to hear the message?
Yes.
Hey, don't forget your app. Would you like to reply to this message?
Yes.
New message to Peter Muller. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Done.
Your message has been sent to Peter Muller.
Okay, so there goes the response. So basically, seen everything you're doing. You did the remote connection, you disconnected by saying goodbye, and now it's just doing normal messaging in between the two. Okay, so that's all well and cool, but you say we've got this cool software called EVA and AVX. Why can't we use that? So actually, let me just go back in here for a second. Go back to accounts here, and I'll just disable this one for now so it's not sending messages back and forth. And then if we go into EVA here,
Hi Peter.
we love that Nexus 7 voice. To put SVOX on here sometime when I get a chance. Alright, so same type of thing over here. If we open up the settings,
Your settings are displayed. Tap on it.
and go into instant messaging, configured accounts 1.
The following accounts are configured. Tap on 1 for details. Say delete and the number to remove.
So you can see I've got my Jabber account set up over here, and over here you already knew I had my Google Talk one. Okay, so let's tap on that.
The details for this account are displayed. Tap on an item to change it.
And because I was using the Jabber program just now, I had this turned off so it wouldn't read any messages going back and forth. So I turn that on right now. Okay, so that means now I can use this account and I can basically do the same type of thing I'm doing over here. Okay, I've got debug on here, so let me just turn that off quickly.
Yes, Peter.
Disable debug.
Debug is off.
And I guess some people know about debug and others don't. What's going on there?
Yes, Peter.
So if you ever want to see what's going on in the background, in some cases there's a bit of debugging information. In other cases I've got it all turned off. So with emails and things like that, you can see what's going on there. So anyway, I've just turned that off so we don't get a bunch of extra messages popping up there. So over here now, I'll display my chat accounts.
Yes, Peter.
Display my chat contacts. Yep.
Yes, Peter.
Display my instant messaging contacts.
I have listed the chat contacts you currently have.
Okay, so my Jabber account as a friend, as we saw before in the Jabber program, only has this one account as a friend. That's my Google Talk one, okay? And you see I've actually set this one up as super, so both phones can control each other, and not at the same time. You'd only that would get in an infinite loop and it might blow up the whole universe. I'm not sure what would happen. I haven't tried it. But anyway, I've got them both set up as super, but you don't have to have this one as super in order to control that phone. It just has to be visible. Now that I have the name there that I can see, when I said display my instant messaging contacts, I can use that name now to reference it, and how I want to. So I could just send a text message or a chat message to Peter the way I normally would, like I did before in the other example. But if I want to remote control Peter, I just say remote control Peter, or if you want to abbreviate it even more, just say control Peter. So let's try that.
Yes, Peter.
Control Peter.
Attempting to remotely control Peter's phone. Hi, Peter. You are now connected remotely. Say goodbye to disconnect.
Okay, so you can see, same as what happened before when we were using it from the chat messaging client. EVA is basically picked up the response from AVX over here and it's saying, hi Peter, you're now connected. So now anytime I press the speak button here and say a command, it'll be sent over here. So let's try a couple of things just to start out. Try something simple.
Yes, Peter.
What time is it?
The time is 3:21 p.m.
Okay, so you see basically the phrases that I said came out over here, and then it processed the response and it shows up on the screen here like you saw earlier, and then it comes back over here. And when the reason why I didn't have it display what you're saying here is purely for sort of clarity, but also so you can distinguish whether you're in remote control mode, because I don't have any icon or anywhere showing that you're still in remote control mode. So if you say something and it doesn't show the responses of what you said there, it means you're still in remote control mode, and you'll need to say goodbye to disable that. So until then, anything you say here is basically processed over here. So let's say maybe your secretary is using the tablet over here to access your phone and wants to schedule you know, a lunch appointment for Saturday or something like that. So let's try that.
Yes, Peter.
Schedule lunch at 12:30 p.m. on Saturday.
Say finish event or complete at any point to complete this event. Please give me the name of the next attendee or done.
Okay, so you see the difference here. Normally the speak button would automatically turn green, but because we're in remote control mode, you actually have to initiate it every time. So it's asking me for the next attendee, but I'm just going to finish that event because it's got everything I need to have in there. So I'll just say complete.
Yes, Peter.
Complete.
Lunch on November 3rd at 12:30 p.m. has been set.
Okay, so it's basically scheduled that over in the calendar on this phone, but I've done it from over here. So now let's say your secretary wants to see, or your assistant or whatever wants to see what's on your agenda for Saturday. They can just do that.
Yes, Peter.
What's on my agenda for Saturday?
Your agenda for Saturday contains the following item.
Okay, so you can see you have basically full access over here, and things will display a little bit differently, and obviously these things, anything here that's tappable over here is not tappable. But if you need to select something, like if you have a couple of items where normally you would tap on it, you can just say, tap on the speak thing, say select one or select two, or you know, if you're trying to delete something, delete one or delete two, and it will handle it over there the same as if you were tapping on it. Okay, so that's how you handle tapping. Other things like any images and that, they won't come through. It's all just text-based right now. But if it was showing up something with a URL or whatever, that'll all come through okay, or it should come through okay. Alright, so there's a lot of cool things that you can do with this, and let's just give you an example of some other things. Maybe you're at a party or something like that and you want to play a trick on your friend who has AVX or EVA on their phone and they don't know about this yet. So you could just grab their phone quickly, go and change your contact record, make sure that they obviously have chat set up, you know, with Google Talk set up. Go and change your contact record to have super ability on it, so you can remote control their phone, and then you could do all sorts of cool stuff like, say, you know, call John or call Peter or whatever, and it'll call from that phone. And you can do other things too. I'll just show you. Say for example you're in a meeting and you want to quietly do stuff, and one of the things that you might want to do, let's just check that first.
Your settings are displayed. Tap on any setting to top.
EVA's audio when keyboard. Okay, so let's turn that off. So when I pop the keyboard open, EVA won't talk to me at all, just be quiet. Okay, so let's say I'm in a meeting and I want to control somebody else's phone, or just do what it is, schedule something, or see what is on, you know, on your boss's agenda or whatever. You pop the keyboard open, and then anything that you type in here will go over there and it'll just be really quiet. So let's just say we'll try something different, right? Let's just see YouTube AVX. So that should open YouTube over here and do a search for AVX. Alright, so there it is. Now the reason that was so fast is because I did this prior to test to make sure it worked. Oh, screen's off there. So actually that gives you an example there. That screen, I had my screen delay set for 10 minutes, and so I haven't touched that phone for 10 minutes now. It's gone off. So we're still connected, and we can do different stuff here. So I could say again, you know, what time is it? And you see it gets the results back there, and I'm still talking to that phone even though the screen's off. Now if I put the screen back on, and you see there's AVX in, you see my last request is made there, so it won't turn the screen back on, but it'll bring AVX back to the front and it'll do the communications there you see. So if someone's controlling your phone, you're going to be able to see that they're doing something there, but it's not necessarily going to wake up the phone. So anyway, you can have a lot of fun with this and do all sorts of kinds of things that probably I haven't even thought of yet. And of course, as I increase, add more functions later on, it'll all work over remote control. So We're going to have lots of cool things that we can do. And please, you know, if you have ideas and stuff and how that you would like to do this, if it doesn't work the right way, let me know and I'll enhance it some more to do whatever you need, and we'll get this really to be some state-of-the-art stuff. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll look forward to putting out the next video with whatever that might be. Oh, when you're finished here, before I disconnect, just say goodbye again. It just says see you later now. I'm just disconnected, so if I do a normal request now and do what time is it here, it'll answer it locally instead of remotely. Well, there's the difference. Oh, what time is it, I should have said, I guess. True Knowledge decided to try and answer that. Anyway, so hopefully you enjoyed this video, and please keep telling all your friends about this. I'm only able to do all these new features and that because you guys are supporting me and keeping me in a job here. Alright, thanks. Bye.